Check, check, check.
You hear that?
Is that your neck or the headset?
It's the headset. I'm like, what is that? It's picking up everything. I need to get new microphones.
What are you using?
Those $20 cheap ones that I bought off Amazon that I've been using for the past 4 years.
AT20, I don't think they make AT2100s anymore.
I need to get, well, I want ones that don't bleed through. Wow, that is.
What do you mean bleed?
So, like, when Randy's across the room, because he's literally sitting across the room from me, my microphone's picking him up because he's so loud. But mine doesn't. His doesn't pick me up.
Are they two different mics?
No, same mic.
Just lower the noise floor when you're doing your editing. Use GarageBand or?
No, I use Prosonus.
Prosonus?
Prosonus. Prosonus. Prolapsed anus.
Prolapsins.
Welcome to the Buckhorn Podcast. I am Martel, and with me
You're a little
is
hot.
Mo.
Heyo.
What up, Mo?
What up?
I am a little hot.
Martele.
Hell yeah. What's going on?
So this is the first time you're recording outside of no, because you guys record in Circleville, so then it's not.
Yeah.
I guess the first time in Montgomery County.
Yeah,
there we go.
First time in southwest central Ohio.
South Central West Ohio, yes. where the potholes grow as far as the eye can see.
Shit, it ain't as bad as Michigan. Michigan roads suck.
I don't think I've really driven. I've driven in like Michigan proper, but not like Detroit or anything like that.
Heading up to Detroit was fucking awful. I was in a Volkswagen GTI that sat 2.5 inches off the ground.
Oh, so
It was like swerving over landmines.
yeah, I'd imagine.
It was awful. Going up to the auto show one year.
Oh, the big Detroit Auto Show. Did
Yeah.
they do that again this year?
I don't know. I haven't kept up with it because it wasn't great when I went the last time.
I've only ever been to SEMA in Vegas when I was stationed there.
I would rather go to SEMA than Detroit.
So it's kind of weird when you talk about things like that. My level of expectation is very skewed because, like, you know, the first fitness festival I ever went to was the Arnold Fitness.
Yeah.
You know, the fitness festival, and then I go to the one in Los Angeles. I'm like, oh, this is cute. You know,
Well, you guys
this is
are
so
trying
cute. Yeah.
at least.
You guys are trying so hard. And then same thing. First auto show I ever went to was the Tokyo Auto Show
Which
when
is
I was
better
a kid,
than Detroit.
which is better than SEMA.
Well,
And I've never been to Detroit.
SEMA's more of an aftermarket thing, though.
But I went to I think they had one. No, it was in Phoenix. Yeah, they had a big auto show in Phoenix, and I was like, oh, this is cute. And got
This is
minivans,
like
and
the Japanese auto spa.
yeah, no joke.
Yeah, SEMA's more aftermarket stuff. It's where everybody like goes to show off exactly what
How they can make your car
Yeah.
faster.
As opposed to what's coming out for 2020 whatever year
Yeah,
or 50 years in the future. We're gonna have flying cars.
I'm surprised we don't. I'm really pissed off we don't have flying cars right now. But you know, if they would have kept playing music on MTV, we'd be there by now.
You know what? I just want the fucking hoverboard. 2015 is here and coming.
The Cubs did win the World Series.
Yeah.
Against a team from Florida.
Yeah, but 2015 came and went, and Mattel didn't make that friggin' hoverboard.
Hoverboard, yeah.
Pissed.
They had those Jordans though, or the Nikes.
Then nothing ever came of those.
Well, they
made
have
a prototype of.
I've seen the prototype at was it Nike Town the big Nike shoe store in New York in Manhattan, Air Force or Flight Club. That's what it's called,
Yeah.
Flight Club. Yeah,
Yeah.
they had a pair of them there.
I'm not a sneakerhead, so I wasn't really concerned with
Yeah,
those.
I'm not either.
Just wanted the damn hoverboard.
Hoverboards don't work on water.
They do if you got jets. Yeah. So I need a hoverboard in my life. I'm going to be like 80 years old and then get a hoverboard.
Bitching about a hoverboard.
Yeah, bitching that they don't have one.
Well, they kind of do have the wheeled ones. They don't really count.
I
You
don't
know,
know.
they're the
That's not
same.
a hoverboard, but someone tried to make some money off that hype. That's
And
bullshit.
They have those ones that look like the ones from the Green Goblin and the Spider-Man. I've seen those before, where it's like a platform, and it's got 4 like fans on it. It's huge. It's not like the hoverboard from Back to the Future, but it's like the size of this table.
Oh yeah, I've seen those. Those are more like personal drones.
Yeah, I guess that's a way of looking at it.
Yeah. No, I need like I just want the pink Mattel hoverboard that functions. It's got the 2 little boobs on the bottom. What
other? What were some of the other Back to the Future prophecies? Or it's The Simpsons that has most of the prophecies, right?
Simpsons, it's always the Simpsons have the prophecies, and then South Park is always Simpsons did it.
Okay.
They're like Simpsons did it.
Because they predicted Donald Trump as president.
Yep.
The Arab Spring. What else? There was a bunch of other. Should we look them up?
We can.
Yeah, Simpsons prophecies.
There's a shitload of them. I know that because I was watching it the other day was
it the iPhone or the Apple Watch? Was that one of them?
That one I don't know. My daughter was watching it, and there was one she was watching. I'm like, oh, I remember this episode. That actually happened. Like after she was like, well, this was before then. I'm like, yep. I said Simpsons predicts things. So, why am I? Oh, fuck it. Prophecies. God, I'm such an idiot.
Okay, there's the Siegfried and Roy one. I forgot about that.
All the Simpsons predictions that came true. This is Time Magazine.
Okay.
This was published in 2017. So, let's see. Season 5, Episode 10, Springfield, or How I Learned to Stop Worrying and Love Legalized Gambling.
Yeah.
Predicted in 93, came true in 2003. So after Springfield decides to legalize gambling, Mr. Burns opens a casino where German magicians Gunnar and Ernst perform a routine seemingly to spoof the long-running Vegas Siegfried and Roy show. Tragically, a bit in which an animated duo is attacked by their tiger came to fruition 10 years later when Roy Horn was mauled on stage by his white Bengal tiger, leaving him partially paralyzed and ending the long-running production.
And I remember when that happened, I was in Arizona, and they were having a bunch of wildfires in Southern California, so they had to move a Monday night football game from San Diego to Arizona.
Okay.
But it was the Halloween game, so the Halloween game, everybody dresses up.
Yeah.
And I just remember seeing one dude, he was wearing, I just saw him, he was wearing a white t-shirt, and he had his blonde wig on, and he had a little stuffed tiger, and there was like blood all over him. I was like, what's going on? And it just had a name tag that said Roy. I was like, whoa, bro, that's way too soon. That's way too soon. Because it had just happened like a week or so before. Okay, so if you hear that squeaking in the background, that's my dog.
That's Ribeye.
That's Ribeye.
She's got lamb chops.
Yes, she's feverishly making sure that we're safe.
Yeah.
By attacking one of the.
She's trying to make Whiskey jealous.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hi, Whiskey.
Well, I mean, is that too soon? Because Guilford Godfrey basically went on stage right after 9/11 and told a 9/11 joke.
Jesus. I don't remember that.
Yeah. So, he's got that going for him, although he passed away.
Have you ever saw where he reads 50 Shades of Grey?
No.
It's amazing.
I'm going to have to pull that up at some point then. Guilford. Oh, I'm going to add that to notes to look up for the next show.
Yeah, Gilbert Gottfried reads 50 Shades of Grey.
That's a good one. Maybe.
So while we're doing that, we have some beverages in front of us.
We do.
I told Martel not to bring anything because I have a piano full of stuff.
Yeah, you have a piano bar.
Yes.
Your bar is made out of an old upright piano.
Yeah. So a buddy of mine, when I was stationed in Texas, he got the idea because when he was in college, one of his homegirls used to hide all her good booze in the piano from the rest of her friends. So
I mean, if you're gonna hide it, that's probably the best place.
Yeah, or hide it in the books.
Yeah.
So he got the idea that one day he was going to make a piano bar. So he found like people that were just getting rid of bad pianos that didn't work, and this was I think the third version that he made. But yeah, it's basically a gutted upright piano. He took all the hammers out,
All the strings.
yeah, all the strings, but put some flooring down, and then put the racks underneath, so that way you can hang like martini glasses or whatever. And then there's some what you call it, some halogen lights up at the top there.
Yeah.
But they get super bright and super hot. So I went and replaced those with LED lights that go around it,
Okay.
and those change color. And
Nice.
can do all kinds of cool stuff, and it doesn't set the bottles on fire either.
Yeah, because, a lot of that stuff's,
Flammable.
yeah. You can run cars on it.
Yeah, no shit. You can unlock a seized engine with it.
Yeah.
Clean out your carbs.
Wash your hands.
Yeah. Kill the coronavirus.
Get the blood off your fingers.
Yeah, for sure.
So what do you want to do first? We got 4 different choices here, but one of them is solely for you.
I would say let's go with this one first. It's since it's lighter, and I
Okay.
know it's a lighter profile than the other two.
All right.
So this is something. So my wife Mel, she's a nurse, and she switched to school nursing right before the pandemic because she was kind of getting a little bit burnt out of doing like regular hospital nursing.
Yeah.
And in the midst of that, she kind of came up with a business idea, and with that business idea, kind of required her to get some advanced like wilderness training for first aid stuff. So she went to this. I call it survival school.
Yeah. That's basically what it is.
Yeah, yeah. So she wears a beret now and everything, but she went to this course.
Is it raspberry?
Yeah, she walked in through. She always walks in through the outdoor. But she went to this class for like 10 days out in Colorado, and she was sending me pictures. Awesome. And ironically, one of the guys that was one of her facilitators was a Navy SEAL medic, ex-Navy
Okay.
SEAL medic. So these guys
Is
are
it
like
ex or former?
former Navy SEAL.
Oh, they'll let you know.
Yeah, they'll let us know. Yeah. I was just telling Martell a joke before, but my special forces friends used to always have a running joke. It's like, how do you know if someone's a Navy SEAL? It's like, don't worry, they'll tell you.
They'll tell you.
But so she found this small batch whiskey. It's called Dryland, Colorado and Taro wheat whiskey.
Okay. So
It won the 2020 Colorado Draft Distiller of the Year. And this is batch number 18, bottle number 24. And it's a small bottle. It's a...
So is that from the Colorado distilleries?
It is...
Dryland distilleries?
I think it's Dryland. Yeah, Dryland
Yeah.
Distilleries.
Okay.
And it's a smaller bottle. Obviously craft. It's 100 proof. And it's a 37 milliliter bottle. So
that's-
teeny tiny.
That's that one, right? Yeah.
Yep.
I think so. Holy hell. It is not cheap.
Oh, she didn't tell me how much you paid for it, so I don't want to know.
I won't tell you. Hold on. Nope. I got the wrong one.
Okay.
Sorry. Nope. I got the wrong bottle. That's the heirloom wheat. The heirloom wheat is pretty expensive. Is that the Colorado? Yeah, that's this one. Okay. Never mind. I'm not going to tell you how much this one is either.
Good.
So, tasting notes on the nose. We should get brown sugar, vanilla, and stone fruit.
Mm-hmm. And it's a very
It's very light in color.
very
as well.
light. Oh, here, I'll let you pop that and you can take a whiff.
Ooh, not bad.
Nice pop.
Ooh, that does smell good.
It's a cool bottle. It looks like an old school like medicine bottle.
Yeah, it looks like an old school pea bottle.
Sorry, the dogs are back there doing their evening ground training session.
So I don't know what stone fruit's supposed to smell like because I don't even know what a stone fruit is. But I do get sugar and vanilla. I guess the rest of that's supposed to be stone fruit. It's kind of got an alcohol-y burn to the nose as well.
It's light.
It's very light. It's good.
It's got a lot going on.
It's dry.
Yeah, that's definitely dry.
It's a very dry. I don't know what mole is. It's not guacamole. It just says mole, ripe fruit, and candied orange.
Mole, it's
I mean, that's the webbing system on backpacks and shit, right?
yes,
Okay.
the mole packs.
Yeah, that's what's on my backpack.
The only mole I know is the sauce.
Maybe that's
Where it's
what
kind
it
of a
is.
reduction. I think there's sometimes there's chocolate in it.
But I don't know what the ripe fruit is either. Like, which type of ripe fruit? Because a ripe grape tastes different than a ripe banana. I do get a little bit of the candied orange, though.
Yeah, there's like a little bit of a fruit. I mean, there's some fruity notes to it, but it's more. I mean, you definitely pick up the wheat for sure.
Yeah.
But for 100 proof, I mean, it's not.
It's a little burny.
Yeah.
It's got a little Bernie
Yeah, I say it's a little.
but
It's a little burnier.
Yeah.
Than I would think for 100 proof.
it's a little weekend at Bernie's.
Put a little bit of water in mine. See what that does.
It does get better, though.
Once you let it breathe a little.
Breathe. What's that? It's got legs. It knows how to use them, too. It's really good, though. I like it. Ribeye.
Yeah, we've been teaching her to push her little button when she wants to go outside. Sweetheart, the door's open.
She stomped on it 3 more times.
Yeah.
That's great. I love that you have the dogs trained to press a button to go outside.
Yeah.
I do like that.
I've heard people using bells.
Yeah. My buddy used bells. I just trained Diesel to come stare, just basically
sit by the
stare
door,
at me.
yeah.
Not even sit by the door, just like come stare
Okay.
at me when he was around. He was just...
Yeah, she's only about 8 months old.
Okay.
And so she was having a lot of like house, she was peeing on the carpet. So we try to get her like bell trained, and it seems to be working. But a lot of times she doesn't necessarily want to go to pee. She just wants to go outside.
Yeah.
Which is fine.
Go look around.
Yeah.
That's what Diesel did. He didn't want to go pee. He just wanted to go look around, check the property,
Check stuff out, yeah.
check the property, check stuff out, go play with his little hood rat friends.
The pride, as I refer to it for these two jokers.
Wow.
Wake up a little bit.
It really mellows it out. Like, I almost prefer it without the water. It almost kind of made it bland.
Yeah, I hear people talk about adding water to it, but I find that I just appreciate most bourbons and whiskeys just straight up.
Well, we always do the water test. We always do it neat with water and then on ice, typically. Just to
kind of give it a...
Well, give it the run of the gambit, because most people they're either gonna drink it neat, they're gonna add water, they're gonna drink it on ice. So we always try to give it those 3 options.
I did try your trick where you put it in ice and then swirl it around
And then take the ice
and
out.
then take the ice out.
That one works really well. That's my secret to when I'm out, because then you can get the bartender to try to pour you more, and then you take all the ice out. Because they're gonna fill it up to, they're gonna overfill to try to compensate for that ounce or 2 if they're not measuring.
I'm taking your button away, ribeye. Now you're just playing games.
She's like, you guys aren't paying attention
No,
to me.
you're a good girl though. Thank you for hitting the button.
Yeah, I like that. It's good. I like it better neat than I did with water, though.
Oh, for sure.
So, and that's the Dryland whiskey, the Colorado. Is that Intero?
I think that's how you say it.
Intero wheat whiskey, so 50% by volume. And batch 18, bottle number 24. I will say it is not cheap, but it is... Let's see, okay. So, it's not terribly... you know what, I take it back. It's not terribly expensive.
If you were to compare it to like a normal size bottle.
Well, so The 375 milliliter bottle is $35.
Oh, that's not horrible. I've
But
seen much worse.
What I saw was 350 milliliter bottle, $35 to $62. Once you change the option, the price changes.
Okay.
So a 750 milliliter bottle is $62.
Because what is it? Is it some of that? Is it Jefferson's or whatever, the experimental stuff?
Yeah, the Oceans is like $80 a bottle.
Really?
Oh yeah.
I didn't realize it was that
$79.99.
expensive.
Yeah. $79.99 a bottle.
So while we're kind of finishing these, I have a only because I liked it on the last show. Florida, is this a Florida or Ohio man?
Oh shit.
So blank man tried to bribe teen boy with chicken Alfredo for sex.
That's totally Ohio.
Correct.
They don't eat chicken Alfredo in Florida.
Is it too hot for
It's
chicken
too hot.
Alfredo?
It's too hot and too heavy for that shit. They're not drinking that down there.
Yeah, I liked how Randy brought that game in last episode. That's pretty dope.
Well, there was also the slang terms for penis as well. I had to guess what the era.
The era. Yeah.
era
Oh no, I thought it was
was
for sex. Or was it Was it penis?
Yeah,
I guess it was penises.
It was penis. It was definitely penis. But I was doing good at that game until I got
That's
cocky.
kind of tricky though.
Well, I was trying to base it on
I know the English
terminology.
language. I know you were kind of using that as your baseline.
Yeah, so like the terminology of like, I don't know, you make something up like giggle fart, and it's not. It's like, what's a giggle fart? It's when you giggle and fart. No, it's like it's a trapezoid on the backside of a horse's ass when it's pulling a cart or something. Who knows? But I'm just like just trying to figure that out, and then I completely just blew that game up. It sucked. I sucked at it. All right. So, what do you want to do next?
So tell us a little bit about work today, because I know
don't really like to talk about work stuff on the show.
I just thought you might like to vent. So okay, then we'll talk about why you're here.
So the works. Well, I'll talk. Like, I'm not going to name names, so it's fine. But
We'll just say Mark because that's what his name is.
yeah. So I work for a company, and I work for. I do web content management. So I'm always like just uploading things and uploading content and working with developers to make sure that they're getting the right content out there and that they're using the right CAS IDs and doing all this other, like, it's a lot. Some of it's managerial. Like, I'm just managing other people's times to make sure that they're getting stuff done, and then it's managing my time to make sure that everything else is where it needs to be so that I'm not the bottleneck for projects.
So you're not the problem.
Yeah, I never want to be the problem. If I'm the problem, then that's a problem. But there was a fire, basically a fire today where they're like, oh, this thing has to, we're sending out the emails tomorrow and this thing has to be done before the, well then, so I made all the updates. Like,
Because this is the reason you were late today.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I made all these updates
of
today
work.
and pushed everything out, and I was doing it in one of our environments. And they're like, no, can you do it in this one? So I had to like go through and do it again. So all the changes I made, I had to go back to a lower environment, do it all again. And then they test everything. And they're like, but testing it in this environment doesn't do any good because it's not the environment that it's not the live environment. Like, you can look at it all you want here, but that doesn't mean that it's going to be fixed or it's going to work. Shit, I just spilled some water. So made the changes anyway, published it. Once they signed off on it, I published everything to our production environment, and everything was rolling. Everything was publishing out, and I was watching it in the queue. I watched it for like 10 minutes. Things were going. I'm like, cool, done. Going to go get a shower. Going to go pack my bags. Going to head to Dayton. I get halfway to Dayton, and I get a text message that they need me to log in. I'm like, I'm driving.
My hands are kind of tied right now.
I can't log in. I'm driving right now. I'm getting ready to, go do hood rat shit with my hood rat friends. And they're like, oh, well, I'll talk to this person. And I'm like, all right. So they reached out to him, and he had his laptop on him because he may not be back in time on Monday to be back at his house because he's going up to his parents. So he gets in, and then 10 o'clock, I'm on the phone with one of our
Work.
developers
Yeah.
doing work stuff. I mean, it's part of being. It doesn't happen often, so that's probably the first time I've had to do that in 4 or 5 years.
No, so that's not horrible.
So it's not horrible. It's just trying to. There's a lot of things that are happening now that are out of my control. Like I can't, even if I was at my computer, I still
couldn't fix it
do
anyway,
I couldn't
yeah.
fix it because I got.
But they're still going to call you.
But they're still going to let me know. Well, I told them like, don't bother me. Just let me know what's going on, and I'll.
Just send it an email.
So that I have an idea, because someone's going to come at me about this.
Even though it's not your fault.
Yeah, someone, because that's how it always happens. And I'll be like, well, things were publishing when I left.
Yeah.
And then literally the servers went down, and I don't control
It was
the servers.
working until it wasn't.
It was, yeah, that's usually my answer. It was working until it wasn't. So, and now I'm here because there's a viral con is going on.
It's not like a pandemic thing.
No, it's not a. It's
It's
a
VYRAL.
Yeah, it's a gaming and social media influencer cryptocurrency convention that's happening here in Dayton, Ketterington area. And Mo is like the lead DJ on everything.
Which Kettering is
Is
UK
it Kettering
Patrick's.
or Kettering?
Kettering is the sister city to where UK Patrick was born.
Oh,
Because
so
he was born in Kettering.
you know, did you tell him
England.
that?
No, he said that on the show
Oh.
a couple episodes ago.
Because I told him that East Liverpool was east of Liverpool, England, and he just face palmed himself.
Like what?
Like that's
Is
literally
that
why it's
not
called,
true?
It's why
Oh.
it's called East Liverpool. And Toronto is named after Toronto, Canada. And Steubenville is full of stupid people. I mean, you just name the town for what it is.
It's funny because like so many towns and counties between Ohio and Indiana, Pennsylvania, like all this area, they're the same.
Yeah. Lima,
Yeah.
London, Toronto, East Liverpool.
There's
Kettering.
there's like a Muncie, Illinois, and a Muncie, Indiana.
Yeah, I mean it's well, they're all Ohio. Basically all of the bigger towns and cities throughout Ohio are all named after a foreign city or a city another city someplace else, like Baltimore, Ohio,
Oh, I didn't know there was a Baltimore.
Baltimore, Maryland. I'm sure it's. I mean, they're just
So
named after.
apparently there is a Denison and a Denison, Ohio, but one has two N's.
Oh, I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised.
Monica told me that
I would be surprised if there was a shithole Ohio.
because her wife is working in one N Denison. Because when she told me Denison, like, oh yeah, Nico, my oldest son, yeah, he played football against them. He's like, no, she's like, no, wrong Denison. This one has one N. I was like, are you serious?
It's Denison, not Dennis, not Denison. There's an N in there you're missing.
Okay, next one.
All right, next one.
Blank man says, yeah, I do dumb things when I get drunk after smashing police glass door, police say.
Florida.
Ohio.
Oh. That could have gone either way.
Very true, very true.
That could
That was a
definitely-
50-50.
There was I saw something today. It was captioned Florida babysitters, and it was cops that were lassoing alligators and dragging them off of people's properties.
Lassoing out.
They had like that stick with the
the capture
loop on
pole.
it. Yeah,
Okay.
They had that, and they were just like trying to loop it around the alligator's head so they could pull alligators like off of people's porches and away from their houses. And they called it Florida babysitters.
And Florida has got to have their law enforcement.
Hey, ribeye, you probably shouldn't be eating a
Hey, that's not yours.
flip flop.
Yes. No. Bad dog.
Florida has a lot of fucked up people.
But I'm saying just being in law enforcement in Florida, I mean, you have to deal with normal stuff like
Yeah,
speeders and shoplifters and,
the occasional meth head running down
yeah,
the middle of the highway.
middle road butt naked,
Yeah.
whatever. But then on top of that, you got the killer monkeys, the island with the monkeys on it.
There's an island with monkeys in Florida?
Yeah, there's an island with monkeys on Florida, and they have some like deadly disease.
I didn't know this.
Yeah.
Oh, now I got to figure out where this is. Road trip.
You and Jose going to make a road trip.
We might.
And then
He's already got it. He's already got 2 6-foot alligators living in a pond by his house.
And then there's the
We're going wrestling.
there's the gators. And isn't there some kind of big cat down there too?
Oh yeah, they have panthers.
Jeez.
They have panthers. They have skunk ape.
The hell is that?
It's basically a Bigfoot living in the Everglades.
Oh, that's glorious.
Smells like a skunk. He's 10 foot tall.
A 10-foot tall skunk.
Yeah, 10 foot
with
tall.
thumbs.
Yeah, with posable thumbs.
Yeah.
Fuck you up.
or trigger bitches, as I like to call them.
Booger hooker.
No, I did not know there was a Bigfoot in Florida.
And then they got all the invasive pythons.
Yeah.
Because all the pythons that are
They
there
could flush down the toilet and get into the freaking sewer systems.
And then I think they have wild boar that's a problem as well. Everywhere has wild boar that's a problem.
Okay. And don't they... And they have a bunch of endangered crap on top of it, too. Like, there's certain kinds of birds, and I know the manatees and dolphins.
Manatees and dolphins and Loch Ness Monster. Plecosaurus.
Yeah, I'm told... Do they have, like, a Loch Ness Monster in Florida, too?
You know what? If they don't, they're missing out.
Okay, because I seriously did not know they had a Bigfoot in Florida. I'm going to have to look
I think
that
everywhere
up.
has. So Ohio has Bigfoot in Salt Fork State Park, which is...
That's not far from here, right?
Salt Fork is near Cambridge.
Okay.
So it's east ways of here, northeast of here. They have a Bigfoot there, but in the Hocking Hills we have Hogzilla.
Oh, the big mega hog.
A big
boar,
10-foot long boar that has like 4 tusks, like on top and bottom.
Yeah,
like
I have heard of that. I didn't realize that was here though.
Yeah, that's in Hocking Hills. So that's only like 30 minutes from my house.
Yeah, because Mel wants to go horse riding there, and now that I know there's a giant killer hog out there, I'll be sure to
Hogzilla.
take a weapon with me.
Yeah, take a
50.
Probably.
Take a Desert Eagle.
You just want to drop it. Take a 44 or a 50, something that's gonna punch a hole through it.
Something that's really gonna piss it off.
Yeah, don't take an AR. That's too much time.
Yeah.
Take something that you can draw and quarter it with explosive tips.
Yes. All right. So next beverage. I guess we can just go in order here.
Old Scout.
Yeah.
Calmet or the mystery bottle.
We'll go with the Old Scout. So this is a bottle pick from.
So this is
from Bar Time, which is it's also owned by the same owner as King's Table.
Okay.
Have I taken you there before?
I think I've been there. I think you and I went there real late one night after a CrossFit comp.
Okay, so then it was King's Table then.
We got burgers or fish and chips.
Yeah,
I can't remember.
I probably got fish. You probably got a burger because I always get fish.
So this was bottled by Michael Jordan.
Number 23.
Number 24806.
Oh, close.
Close. It's just Jordan, but this is the Bar Time.
Mm-hmm. That's his
Old
second
Scout.
bar.
So it's 56.9%.
Yeah, it's your Old Scout, but just a barrel pick. Dean, he's been fortunate enough to do a couple barrel picks. He did a Weller barrel pick, a Old Forester barrel pick.
You know what? I really like Old Forester a lot. I would like to get a bottle of their birthday bourbon.
They're basic. They're whatever. They're 100 proof. Old Forester. I don't know. I mean, I think that's just all it's called, but it's like less than $30.
Yeah,
and it's really good.
Yeah, I really like the 1920 more so than the 1910.
Because that's the Prohibition.
One of those. Yeah. Well, I don't know. One of them is
a Prohibition style, right?
Is barrel aged. No, they have. I think they have another one for that.
Okay.
Because one of them is double barreled.
Okay.
So it's. But I think that's the 20.
And I want to try. No, actually did have the Statesman, and it's actually pretty good. But I've never bought a bottle.
Yeah, Statesman I haven't had yet.
Which I didn't know was made for the movie The Statesman.
Oh, it was?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
A dude told me that, so he could be completely lying to me.
He's probably lying.
So I just put it out on the interwebs, and now people think I think that was made for them.
Huh. I mean, Blanton's was made for John Wick.
Damn John Wick.
I mean, it's all he drinks is Blanton. So.
Yeah, Black Label.
All the labels.
Okay, so we have the...
I did not look up the notes on this.
I mean, it's your regular Old Scout.
It's very
but just a
ethanol heavy on
barrel
the nose.
pick. They also make Smooth Ambler.
Yes, Smooth Ambler is really good.
Yeah, that's one
and
of Mel's
Contradiction.
favorites.
They
Yeah,
make
it's in Contradiction as well.
Contradiction, yeah. Contradiction's really good as well.
I like all of them.
This one's real ethanol-y. Like it's burning my nose.
Yeah, it's a little peppery. It says straight bourbon whiskey,
It's very peppery.
but it's if you serve this to me blind, I'd probably call it a rye.
Yeah, it's hot. Mm-hmm. Real hot.
Well, but the pepper part is where I would say it's rye.
Oh yeah, the pepper. Yeah, the pepper. I think it's a rye because there's a heavy pepper and oak. Mm-hmm. But then it is just
Hot.
like alcohol hot. So damn hot. You know what's nice about
114.
this show right now? You can actually have a conversation.
Hey, shout out Randy. Yeah, because Randy, you always shout me out, so I got to shout you out, buddy. Yeah, I'll be sitting there doing my work, and then I get my weekly shout out, so it's always cool. Shout out Jason, or shout out UK Patrick.
UK Patrick. So I had to start calling him UK Patrick.
Is there another Patrick?
Oh well, I know another guy named Patrick Brown.
Oh, wow, but
Who?
is he Patty Mac?
No, he drives me fucking insane.
But he listens to the show.
Nope.
Oh,
But I have Patrick in my phone as Patrick UK,
okay.
and then I have Patrick US. And I got
You should put treasonous, non-treasonous, loyalist Patrick, treasonous Patrick,
red coat, lobster back.
lobster back.
But I was just like I got a text one day from Patrick US, and I looked at it, and I'm like, why the fuck does he want to know if Harley wants to come over? Oh, hold on, never mind. That's Patrick US, not Patrick
Not
UK.
UK, yeah.
I was reading it as UK, so it's like, no, I'm not sending her to England without me.
When is that? We need to find out when that festival is that he was talking about, where you drink all day, and he said the streets get all clogged up.
I want to go.
I know, but we just need to find out when it is.
Yeah.
That might be a good road
Although
trip.
Liz won't let me go by myself, I can tell you.
You'll
that
be
right
going with me.
now. Even more so. She'll be like,
She'll be like, no.
Well, I was trying to do a trip to Amsterdam. It was going to be like me and a couple guys and a couple friends,
Mm-hmm.
and one of the guys I work with, and he's like, "Hey, did you talk to Liz about going to Amsterdam yet in August?" So this is in May, and this was four years ago, and I'm like, "No," and she goes, "You're not going to Amsterdam because I've never been there," and she goes, "You're not going without me." She goes, "I don't give a shit. You're going with them." She goes, "You're not going without me."
No, you never said she couldn't go.
Oh, I didn't say shit. Yeah. And then finally she goes, "You're not going.
just point blank.
You're just not going." So, but I do want to make a trip to England. I told Liz in the next 5 years I'd like to go over there.
Well, especially now that we have somebody there.
Well, even prior
There was
to
that
meeting
other guy,
Patrick,
your buddy
there's-
that I tried to meet up with, and we just.
There's Joe, who I don't really know Joe. I just know that Joe's from Chile or Buenos Aires.
He's a CrossFitter or something?
And he's a CrossFitter, and he was one of the few guys that when I was running the Fit United bought one of my shirts overseas, and that's how him and I connected. So, and I talk to him every now and then, and just send him messages, and he's a gay gentleman over there, and I tell him how cute he is.
Yeah. No, I tried to connect when I was over there, but I think he was not around. That's the only reason why we didn't hook up.
Well, I know for a while, was that right before COVID that you were over there? Or?
Yeah, it was 2018.
Okay, so he was still, because he got stuck in Buenos Aires
Couldn't get out?
and he couldn't get out
Oh, during COVID?
during COVID.
Oh,
he was
shit.
stuck down there for 9 months because they weren't letting anybody in or out.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I was hearing stories about people. This one lady, she was going to England. She was from Australia, and she was going to England just for vacation and wound up getting stuck over there. Mm-hmm. But she's like me, she works from home, so she was able to still have a job and everything. But because she couldn't leave, she had to find a place to stay and all this crazy shit. And she wound up meeting a dude and got married.
I mean, that's what happens.
Yeah, no joke. That's
Shit.
what happens when there's a panini.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think that would happen with me. I think I'd probably get castrated by the time I got back. I guess I wouldn't come back.
Yeah, you probably could. Yeah.
Just I live here now. This is
my
where I'm
home.
at. This is it. So, all right, number 3.
Numero tres.
This is a 14-year. Shit, I didn't realize that Calmet was that. So this is Calmet Farms, 14 years straight bourbon whiskey, single rack black. That's racist.
So, would single black rack be better?
I don't know.
There is a 15, but Mel likes this better
14.
than the 15.
So in my experience, anything really over 10 years.
I was going to say 12.
Well,
For 10, 12, so anything over that range, you're kind of like, it's diminishing returns.
well, it's very woody, like chewing on just going out to the tree, cutting
Getting some bark.
and just chewing on that shit. Do you want more than that?
No, that's good.
Okay. So,
Yeah, this is one of Mel's favorites.
but they have. I mean,
Actually, I have a bottle of McKenna for you. I need
Do
to.
you?
I totally forgot about that.
Oh.
Yeah, you asked me to buy it for
that's
you
right.
that day I stumbled across
I did.
like half a case of McKenna.
Forgot about that. Sweet, I got McKenna. I got whiskeys coming in. I just bought the 2 bottles of Makers today because Ohio does a stave program for those outside of Ohio.
They don't do it for other states?
Well, they do, but not the same.
Different staves, though.
Different stave profiles. It's like
Or, I'm
with
sorry,
that,
staves.
whatever that is. I'm calling it a stave. Whatever that program is, the way that they can do that program with Maker's Mark, it's like 9,000 combinations. Mm-hmm. Because they just
They just throw the wood.
They just throw the wood in different variants into, and they can create whatever they want.
Yeah.
So I got one that's a coffee crumble cake, which sounds amazing, and the other one is French cuvée.
So when they do these stave projects, do they like name it after they're done, or do they like?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I think they're naming it after they're done, and then or they're saying, hey, we want this profile.
Mm-hmm.
How many of each of these 4 stave profiles do we need to throw into a barrel
to kind of get this flavor.
Get to this flavor? Because they released one like 3 years ago called Milkshake, and then they did an all-star release, and they re-released Milkshake, and Milkshake was the hardest one to get. Mm-hmm. It tasted like shit.
I've never seen it.
It was awful. I might still have some. I don't know. I may have.
But you were supposed to mix it with something else, right?
No.
No, but wasn't there like they had different mixture combinations? No, I saw a list that they made. And it was like mix this one with this one, and it tastes like this.
Oh, I don't know about that.
Yeah.
I didn't see that. But I went through and was like a dry. I sipped on it like it tasted like artificial chocolate.
So basically, Maker's Mark, they take because they just have one mash bill, right?
Yeah,
For
they just have
everything.
46.
Yeah, and they try and alter the profile by throwing these different, literally pieces of wood into these barrels to try and make it achieve a certain taste profile.
Yeah.
And I guess they do it every year now. It seems like.
It's what it seems like now. I know they do it at other states because I did pick up a bottle from the ABC Virginia ABC, and it was specifically for Virginia, and
Okay.
it was really good. My buddy Brandon just picked up one yesterday because he had called me and he's like, "Hey, I'm down here. I want to get some whiskey. I'm in North Carolina." I'm like, "Oh, okay. Well, look for this." Oh, hold on. They don't have that. They're
Jim
not
Brandon.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. They. I said, look for this. I said they're not going to have Virgil Cane because you're in North Carolina, so don't look for Virgil Cane. I said depending on where you're at, I said look for something that you're not going to be able to get here. I said look for Maker's Mark. See if they have a Maker's Mark, like a
Stave project.
a stave project for makers. He's like, I don't see any makers. I said, look, they're going to have it somewhere. I said, because everybody has makers. They have to have it somewhere. Well, he found it. And he said that he goes, what the hell is this? It says picked for North Carolina ABC stores. I'm like, get that.
Yeah.
Get that one. Don't get the regular 46. Get that one. Well, he had sent a text today, and he's like, tastes like Red Hots. So it had like that artificial, like a Fireball cinnamon, but I don't know what the flavor profile was or the staves that were in there. Not that I would be able to do the chemistry to figure out what the taste would be anyway. But they do. You can do that over and over. Like I had the brownie sundae wasn't great. That was another one of the stave projects.
Like the only one I ever got a hold of, but like I was telling you earlier, was the Winter Wassail one.
Yeah, and seeing that one I don't think I had.
That was like the only one I could find around here that was like on the shelves, and so I just assumed it was shitty because it was present.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I had the one that I really liked was a caramel mocha bomb. That's what it was called. And that's exactly what it was. It was like caramel, kind of coffee taste to it, and it was heavy on the caramel. Like it was.
it probably was very tasty then.
It was real good.
Because Maker's in itself is kind of sweet.
It's wheat.
Yeah.
So it's. I mean, I like wheated. I don't like a heavy burn with mine. Like with any whiskey that I drink, like if I'm going to drink it, I don't want it to just be. It's like,
oh my God, it's on fire.
Your shit's on fire.
Yeah. So try this.
I
so
hate moonshine.
Take a sip of this then.
It smells like stale beer.
I can see that.
Just that first.
Yeah.
See, this doesn't have a. It's kind of flat. It's good.
It's smooth.
It's
of the three that we drank today. This is
this
by
is
far
the smoothest one. But it's flat. Like it, almost like it needs a. I don't know.
Try drinking some water.
Yeah.
So that's Ribeye looking at her reflection in the window, barking at herself.
Ribeye, you see yourself? So, oop. All right. They got the publishing issue fixed at work.
Oh. Good thing you were sitting here drinking.
That's probably what Tim is doing too. My other half at the office. So there's 4 of us on a team. There's my boss. There's another guy, myself, and then the gentleman who's just named Tim. The other guy doesn't do the same thing that Tim and I do. So it's 2 of us right now running 16 projects across 400 clients. Sounds about right. We're not swamped or anything.
I'd imagine this isn't like prepping 16 burgers on the grill.
No.
Okay.
No. This is managing cats in an open field. 400 cats in an open field.
Like a big cat herd wrangler, like across Wyoming.
I'm a herd shepherd.
A herd shepherd.
And we're getting ready to do the run from Montana to Idaho.
On the Chisholm Trail, getting all those cats.
On the Chisholm Trail. All right, so I like this with water. I like it a lot more with water.
Speaking of the makers, have you had that 46 French cask?
No.
Go grab it.
Is that the...
It's next to the Middle West. Yeah. So I had never seen it, but I've heard Dude talk about it, and I happened to stumble on it by the looks of this bottle maybe 2 months ago. No, because
it's empty.
Because it's almost empty. But the reason why we went a little harder on it is we found a second bottle. So.
Oh, okay. So you're like I am then.
Yeah.
You try to get a backup bottle before
I crush the first bottle.
Crush a bottle.
For sure.
So I counted up how many bottles of Virgil Cane I have in total. I have
different types or just bottles in general?
Bottles in general. I have 16 total bottles of Virgil Cane sitting at home, and that makes up the most of the amount of my collection out of everything that I have.
Is Virgil Cane.
But I just purchased the 2 bottles of Makers that we talked about. I purchased a bottle of Evan Williams Bottle and Bond for $22.
The green label is my middle son's favorite.
White label. This is a Evan Williams.
No,
white
I've heard the
label.
white label's good.
It is.
I've heard
$22. It is amazing.
the guys on the Black and Brown
Yeah.
podcast. They said, I think it was Delvin said that's his favorite cocktail mixing bourbon.
It is good.
And
Straight.
he said people hate on it because it's in a plastic bottle. And it's
Oh no
$22.
no! This one's on a plastic bottle.
Oh, but the handle is
Heaven Hill.
Okay.
You're talking Heaven Hill. This is Evan Williams.
No, but Evan Williams, no. And he did say Evan Williams for sure, but I thought it was in a plastic bottle. The
No.
green one, I think, is in a plastic bottle.
Yeah, the green one. This is a glass bottle. It's a 750 milliliter
Mm-hmm.
bottle. I bought it. I'm like, oh, I'll take some of that.
Yeah, he said that's his favorite.
And it was
cocktail bourbon.
It is fantastic. This last one though, well, not the we're having the makers.
We're having
now,
the Makers
but
French
before
cask
that,
right now.
you're gonna have some of that.
In this mystery bottle.
The mystery bottle.
What did we give you in that? I don't even remember giving that to you.
I don't remember.
Pretty good, huh?
Yeah, I like that. Well, I think you gave it to me when you was it wine?
Mead?
Mead. When you gave me a bottle of mead.
I didn't give you. I gave you a bottle of mead and some bourbon.
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was like,
Because I still have the bottle and the wax seal.
I was like, because if I gave you mead in that thing, I'm a fucking asshole friend.
No. You gave me mead in it's at least a 350 milliliter
Yeah.
bottle, and then it was wax sealed. And I still have the wax seal.
Yeah, we that was one of our panini projects. You know, we had our garden going. You know, we were doing all kinds of just cool stuff around the house to try and not go insane. And then, we decided to make mead,
I want to make. My grandfather used to make wine.
and that's when I started smoking the nuts too.
you smoke nuts?
Yes, these nuts. Yeah, that's when we started. That's when I started smoking nuts, and I've got that. I've got that down pretty well now.
So I need to. I did that once, and it didn't come out very good. They were very. I can't get my smoker down below 180. So
Yeah, low temperature I found is the key.
yeah, and so my smoker does not go any lower than 180. So I can't cold smoke anything, and I don't have a cold smoke box, so I can't do like cheese or I can't cold smoke salmon.
So for me, yeah, mine'll I can go down to like around 120, but I also have that cold smoke box on the side,
Yeah, see,
and I can
had
vent
that.
it, so that way I can drop the temperature even a little bit more.
Yeah, I really wish I had that cold smoke box.
Because we'll do salmon in that thing. It's pretty killer.
Now I have done salmon at 180 degrees, and then basically I was eating it off the grill as it was cooking. I don't give a shit. What's it gonna do? Kill me? And so it was, and then I was mixing it with cream cheese and making like basically lox, and it was so good.
Yeah, I need to learn how to do that.
I just did it hot, like.
Hot smear.
Just yeah. Put it on there. It was good. It was so good. But I can't, like I said, I can't get it below 180. And if I had stepped up to the next model size,
You have a Rectech?
I have a Rectech.
Okay.
If I'd stepped up to the next model size, the 700 instead of the 590,
You could have gone lower.
I could have gone a
Cold
cold
smoker.
smoker
Okay.
on the one side. So I could have smoked stuff, and then it would have cold smoked off to the side as well. So. But
Yeah, that was one of the first purchases we made when we got married, and that thing has paid for itself 10 times over. Because that's kind of one of the things that connected us was when I made all that pulled pork for your neighbor or something.
Well, we started with the CrossFit stuff.
Yeah.
I'm making a mess. I need a towel. I keep spilling
You just
water.
use one of ribeye
We started
balls.
with the CrossFit stuff.
Yeah.
And we met through.
The Fit United, yeah.
Yeah, the Fit United, and then at the same time a mutual friend.
Yeah.
At the time, and then it was.
I don't even know how Did you just see my stuff on Facebook? And that's how the barbecue park came about?
No. You had made a comment about making barbecue for doing something like you were doing it for somebody.
I was making like a bulk
Yeah.
order. Okay.
And you were doing it for somebody, and then my neighbor was having a graduation party, and she couldn't find.
Okay, that's what it
and She
was.
couldn't find anybody, and I said, "Well,"
I got a dude.
I said, "I got my buddy Mo." I said, "He does this, but I don't. Let me find out." I said, "No guarantees." I said, "Because he lives in Dayton." I said, "It's 2 hours away." I said, "Let me ask him and see, what his thoughts are on if he wants to do it or not. And she's like, okay, and that's when I sent you a message about doing that piece. And
Didn't you say you snake some off the
Oh,
off the
fuck yeah, I
top
did.
like as soon as you got
as soon as I got it home, I was just like, whoop. I just took off enough for like 3 sandwiches and squirted some just barbecue sauce. I was like, and then I moved it around so you couldn't tell that anything was taken out, and I sealed it back up and I put it back in the fridge.
And then didn't you say you ate like 3 more servings?
Oh, I ate more than that. I overstayed my welcome on servings. That night, I kept walking back up, and I'm just like 3 scoops
Did the
at a
poor
time.
girl even get any?
I don't give a fuck. I didn't care then. I don't care now. She may have. I don't know.
All right, and now for the mystery bottle.
Now the mystery bottle. Had to make sure it didn't leak.
This
Put it on
ain't
nice
like
and tight.
It's Sunny in Philadelphia where it's like Charlie's, or not Charlie, whatever his name, pissed in it or something.
No.
Yeah, when I smelled it earlier, I said it smelled like scotch.
Well, take as much. That's all you. So you take as much as you want.
Well, you got to drink some too.
I'll drink some, but it's all for you. Like I have a bottle of this shit at home.
It's very
So that's yours.
pleasant smelling. It's very easy on the nose.
So this is. Let me see if I can remember. I think it's. I'll have to look it up. I can't remember what the proof is on it.
I'd say low, like below, like 86 or something, like below 100.
I want to say it's around 80s. You go ahead and give that.
There are
a
like
little.
some honey notes, maybe.
So let me get down to it. So I can tell you that this is a batch 7. It's 93. It's 90 proofed at 93.
There's some fruit on the end of that.
Oh, so good. It's
Very subtle.
Corn, malted barley, rye, and wheat. So it's blended.
Mm-hmm.
It's blended from an 18, 6, and 4-year-old barrels.
Oh, so this is a blend of some sort?
Mm-hmm. It is.
Wait, is it so they're different bills mixed together?
Yep. So it's a blended. There's no filtration on it. On the nose, sweet corn, malted whopper, spice and oak. On the palate, black pepper, allspice, red hots, and malt. And on the finish,
Because you do get a little bit of that ethanol-y, like corn smell.
Mm-hmm.
Like grain corn, but not like moonshine. Like younger.
it's very sweet though.
Yeah. It
All-
smells young, but you just told me it's not.
It's 18, 6, and 4-year-old barrels.
Jeez.
They're blended together. From Colorado, Indiana, North Carolina, Tennessee, and Wyoming.
That's an interesting collab.
Yep. And then the finish is allspice, citrus zest, and oak.
Yeah, whatever it is, I haven't had it before.
Oh, no, I know you haven't had it before. And the batch name is called Catfish.
Like MTV Catfish?
Yep.
I don't know. What is this?
This is something I've been trying to get my hands on for the past 2 years. So out of North Carolina, there's Old Raleigh Distilling.
Mm-hmm.
I've mentioned them a couple times on the show before. And last week's show is this, which last week's show hasn't been released yet.
Oh, okay.
We did this. That is what the bottle looks like.
Oh,
The bottle
shit.
itself is a fucking decanter.
Yeah.
Like
No, I've seen the bottle before.
straight up. It looks like an old Fitz bottle.
Yeah. Where'd you score this at?
When Liz was down in North
Oh,
Carolina.
nice.
Like literally on the show. Well,
She texted you
on
this week's show.
I think show 216. Is it 215?
Oh,
or
when you were
216? She calls
when you're
me.
FaceTiming. Okay,
Yeah,
you were
she
like, I just remember.
FaceTimed me.
Yeah, get that.
Yeah, get that. Yeah, that was this.
That was that. Okay.
So this is batch 7. Batch 8 hasn't been released yet, but it's a honey barrel batch. So he's put it into a honey barrel, and I'm like, I want that. but it's that bottle's $129. This bottle was $80.
It's still 129. It's not ridiculous.
It's not for this.
Oh, not for something that's
So-
blended. So are they all blended?
Yeah. So what he does is he gets all of these all these barrels in, and he blends them himself
Okay.
in his distillery, and he names them all. And I wish I could have gotten like from batch one. Like I asked him if there was any chance that he'd be able to send me a bottle of batch one.
Do they even have any?
Well, this was 2 years ago.
Oh, okay.
And he was like, he goes, I don't have distribution. It's a distillery only at this point. And I'm like, well, I want to review it on the podcast. Send me a bottle. And I've talked to the guy's name is Brandon, the owner's name, and the master distiller. And he's a vet, and he built the place by hand.
Damn.
Like I was following him before he started the distillery. I don't remember how I started following him. And then I watched the entire process on his Instagram feed of him building out this distillery for a year.
So he sources all these bottles, or he does it himself?
He sources all the barrels, and then he blends everything himself.
So he's made all this bourbon.
No.
He sources.
He's sourcing the bourbon out.
And then he blends it.
And then he blends it in-house.
Okay.
So he's sourcing everything from MGP or other places. He's picking up barrels, from that, distilleries are like trying to get rid of stuff, or, maybe they made too much. I don't know.
So.
And he's getting them cheap, and then he's blending everything and making his own whiskey out of it.
I can't open it because Mel will stab me in the throat if she's not here. But I have one of those orphan barrel projects up there that you're going to have to come out, and we're going to have to crack that open along with the Haven Hill.
We can do that.
Yeah.
Well, Jimmy wants to do a bottle kill episode of an orphan barrel.
Does he have a orphan barrel? Which one?
I don't remember exactly which one he has, but
I think we have the Copper Tongue.
He has a bottle, and he wants to do it on the show. Me, him, Brandon, Lon, Randy, and myself, and just start the show and start drinking this bottle. Now there's going to be 5 of us, so we're gonna kill the bottle within like 15 minutes.
But still, it's going to be pretty. I mean, I don't know which bottle he has, but
I'm not sure which one he has.
Because there's that one. There's the Muckety Muck.
It's an older bottle. Let's see. Can I? Orphan. No, nothing comes up. So, I was looking to see if maybe he sent a photo or something at some point. I don't remember exactly which one he has, but I do know that.
I want to say there's the whole set. You can get the whole set, and that shit is not cheap.
Well, just a bottle of the shit isn't cheap.
Well, that one, I think it was mismarked, and I got that for like $200.
That's probably right.
No, but I've seen it other places for like $300.
Well, the
Copper Tongue.
The less there are out on the market, the higher the price is going to go.
But it was in the same, it was at 2 different stores. I still haven't shown you my hidey hole when I go to Indiana.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was 2 stores in 2 different parts of town.
But I was going to say Indiana's not a control state, so they can.
With the places I go, their prices are pretty reasonable.
But I don't know which one it is. I think it may be the one where the guy's riding the bike on it. Like it's got the huge front wheel on it. Mm-hmm. It might be that one. I don't know. And then there's one with a water buffalo on it or something. Orphan barrel whiskey. Let's see here. There's the Fable and Foley. That one's out now. That one's, depending on where you're at, it's anywhere from $160 to $300.
So these orphan barrels, basically, this guy, he buys bottles from distilleries that have gone out of business. Yeah. And he creates these different bottles from the barrels that he buys. But once they're gone, obviously, because these barrels are no longer being produced. So that's why the price is pretty steep.
Yeah, and I love the idea of that.
But the thing I'm worried about is, what if you drink it and that shit's fucking the bomb?
Well, I'm in that. I have that same predicament right now because Virgil Kane makes one called Electric Owl.
Mm-hmm. Didn't I get that for you?
I think you.
Or no, I got the Ash Cat.
You got the Ash Cat.
Yeah. I got you like 2 or 3 bottles.
Yeah, the Ash Cat is really good, but the Electric Owl, so good.
Yeah.
And
I have a little bit left.
I have
Mel
one-
took a bunch of that shit when she went camping. I almost divorced her.
Well, the Electric Owl is. I've got one unopened bottle of that left, and I think I've got a quarter of an open bottle, and I just kind of take a little bit out and sip on it, and then I put it back. Like, all right,
That's why when you gave me
stay
that
there.
bottle, I was like, "Holy shit, are you serious?"
Yeah, it's
It's good.
good
It's
shit.
good.
So
And I don't say that just because it's like rare. It actually is good. Because sometimes people will kind of get that misperception, like they let their mind dictate their palate.
right.
But no, that shit is actually
It's
good.
It's really good, and I didn't realize at the time that the Electric Owl was a collaboration between a brewery.
Oh, they finish it in
They finished it in a beer barrel,
interesting.
and then the Ribbon Rail Rye,
Okay, I think I found that. I think
which is another one that I have. Virgil Kane actually sent me a bottle of that, and I ended up picking up another bottle.
I just remember the stuff that I was looking for it all over Charlotte for you, and I found this shit in a gas station.
Yeah,
It was crazy.
it's because they don't have liquor store, like they're not a control state.
Well, I drove across the state. I drove across the border and went to Frugal McDougal's or something.
Frugal McDougal.
It's this massive liquor store. It's like reminds me of Party Source down in Kentucky, but except the whole half of the store is beer and wine, and the other half is nothing but liquor. And
Sounds like paradise.
so I went there. I was like, oh, I'm definitely gonna find it here. I didn't find dick there.
Wow.
And then I went to a fucking gas station and found your your damn Virgil Kane. I was like, what? Because I think I either called you or something. I was like, dude, is this what you're looking for? And you're
Yeah.
like, yeah. I'm like, I'm in a fucking gas station.
It's fine. That's where they sell that moonshine shit too. That shit's garbage. But the Electric Owl and the Ribbon Rail Rye were collaborations between the same brewery. But the Ribbon Rail Rye, I'm not a huge fan of. Like I said, and Virgil Kane reached out. They're like, hey, we want to send you this bottle because we know that, you support us. I'm like, great. And then when, Catoctin Creek in Virginia, I'm like, hey, I support the shit out of you guys, and I'm always sharing your shit. Can I get like a bottle and I'll pay for it? And they're like, fuck off. I'm like, cool. I didn't want any of your guar rye
bourbon anyway.
Fuckers. That pissed me off.
Well, thanks for bringing this. I'll save the rest for Mel.
Do you really want to do that?
Yeah, because she'll stab me otherwise.
Not if she doesn't know it was here.
Because she'll hear the show and she'll be like, "You didn't save any of that shit for me."
They're like, Brandon's got a whole bottle of it.
Yeah, yeah.
We'll just make a trip to North Carolina.
Yeah,
It's
if
fine.
you're out there and you're single and you're a lover of bourbon, make sure your future spouse enjoys bourbon.
Yeah, because
too.
Liz only likes White Claws and wine.
Because it really helps when I call my wife and ask her if I can buy a $300 bottle of bourbon, and all she's going to ask me is, "What is it?"
What is it?
Yeah,
It's Boss Hog.
yeah,
Buy it.
yeah, for sure.
Well, it's like I said, my brother-in-law is retiring from the Army in October. Well, that's when his retirement ceremony is. And I'm taking him down I'm taking him down some middle.
Yeah, he likes
West.
Middle West, right?
I took the rye down and the wheat down. The rye, him and I drank some of, and then he put it out.
And his buddies really liked it.
Everybody drank the shit out of
Yeah.
it. Like there was like maybe a quarter of an inch in the bottle left. But
The pumpernickel?
the pumpernickel
Yeah.
rye. But the wheat, he likes wheats more than rye, so he kept the wheat in for himself.
Mhm.
Well, the next night,
Crack
him and
that
I
open.
and another guy
Yeah.
smoked cigars and drank half the bottle.
Is that the Michelin? The Michelin Reserve?
No,
Okay, that one's good too.
no. This was just the Blue Label wheated
Okay.
bourbon from Middle West
I
Spirits.
want to try their vodka.
I've heard good things about it.
I have some of their vanilla vodka, but they have like a stone fruit vodka.
What's stone fruit though? That's what the dryland whiskey was stone fruit.
I don't know.
Right.
but I'm sure it tastes good
It's
because
like
I had
passion
a.
fruit. No one knows what a passion fruit tastes like.
I mean, they made me a margarita with it or something while we were there
Oh well,
eating
yeah.
dinner.
While you were down there, yeah. Yeah, I need to be more friendly to people.
Just
You walked in. You walked
just
in
holistically.
there. Yeah, you walked in there like, "Hey, everybody, Mo's here," and I'm like, "Motherfuckers, I'm here too." They're like, "Yeah, hey, look, it's Martel."
It's Mo and some guy with him.
Well, that guy's a dick.
That's the dickhead that was taking my picture.
Well, yeah, that's the guy who was all up in my face. Well, some people were like, "Hey, it's Brandon. Blah, blah, blah. How you doing, buddy?" I'm like, "Oh, I'm doing great. How you doing?" "Oh, I'm doing fantastic." And then there's Mo. "Oh, Mo, give me a hug. We love Mo." I'm like,
Yeah, I really,
"It's fine."
I really hope we get to have the dinner after party at
Middle West
at
again.
Middle West again.
If they're going to be the primary sponsor,
Yeah, that was really nice.
it was awesome.
That's probably the most when we were talking about how you and I don't drink excessively anymore.
Yeah.
I drank a lot that weekend, but we were drinking during the day.
Yeah, we were day drinking. And that's dangerous. I don't know that we need to be announcing and
We were
day
day
drinking
drinking and announcing,
and photographying.
and I was doing video.
Yeah, I'm out there just like all up in people's shit.
Yeah,
They're like looking at me. I'm like, I'm not in the way. Just fucking move
Yeah.
that weight.
but it did make the day go by a little bit.
It was
just
a
a
good
little bit
day.
smoother.
I mean,
yeah.
I was pulling 25,000 steps a day.
Yeah,
That's a lot of steps.
whole lot of steps.
So, all right. We got a big day tomorrow.
Yeah.
You got a bigger day than I do.
Oh yeah, but unfortunately, I'm dragging you into a little bit. So
Yeah, you are. And I'm fine with that. So,
catch us on Google Tweetstagram.
yeah, I do the things on the Instagrams occasionally. And
The book face. You've been doing a lot more reels now.
I'm trying to.
Yeah.
I'm trying to do more reels. I've been doing those on my personal. I need to do more stuff on the shows.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to say I don't care. But no one's fucking listening anyway because Mo's the only person who shares the shit. So
Like, aren't you famous yet? No, I ain't famous because you ain't sharing my shit
I'm gonna, you know what? I'm gonna keep posting that
every week.
every fucking week until as people start following more and listening to the show. So be
Yeah, it's my
prepared.
favorite show about absolutely nothing.
It's
Like, it's the staple of my
I've-
week.
I found a cigar show that is the exact same thing.
What, just like
They just
like
talk
this show?
bullshit, and then occasionally they give like some cigar news.
You need to collab then.
I'm already in talks with them.
Okay.
I've already like, hey,
Hey, we don't talk about shit either.
your format's the same as my format. We're starting to smoke cigars on the show, and you guys smoke cigars.
Do you guys want to start drinking some bourbon?
Let's drink some bourbon and drive to Cincinnati.
Oh, they're in Cincy?
They're in Cincy.
Oh, that'd be dope.
Right. They're like,
That's like
2 hours
an
away.
hour away from here.
yeah, it's 2 hours from my house.
Yeah, that'd be totally dope.
So I'm just like, you guys do this thing, and we do this thing, and you have a mouth like I do, and your co-host interrupts you just like he does.
And you probably have 80 followers like we do.
Actually, they have a lot more. They've been doing it a little bit longer than we have.
Oh, okay.
And they're it's the Hot Ticket podcast,
Hot ticket.
and they've been doing a little longer than Randy and I have. People take them a little bit more seriously than they take Randy. So, but anyway, that's it. I'm Martel. He's Mo. We're out.
Peace.
Later. Stay salty, fuckers.